Is it you? Is it you?
I do something called the 5-star shout out. I'm not gonna say this line. I'm not gonna say it because I don't believe in it. I don't believe in. You can't make a. You know what I'm talking about.
Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing out there this morning? Welcome to the Side Jawn. I'm your host, Dennis Holmes. I'm here with my co-host, the Chocolate Girl. Welcome to the Side Jawn.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Cut all that noise out. How y'all doing this morning? Welcome to the Side Jawn. Hey, Dennis. Good to see you. Excited for today's show on Saturday, my favorite day of the week. Excited.
Yeah, we got some family in the house. If y'all don't know, SweetLove TMA is in the building. I am the silent member of SweetLove TMA. I'm the fourth member. That's the silent member. But as you know, we have Tava. Tava, how you doing, Tava?
I'm doing good. Can't complain. Can't complain.
All right. We got Mercedes. Mercedes in the house.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, and we have Elise. How you doing, Elise?
Hello, good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Okay.
All right.
He's judging your good morning already. He's judging your good morning.
I'm all right.
Judgmental. Why are you judgmental, Dennis?
Right. I ain't even say nothing. That's the thing. I ain't say nothing. She just started using her Diana Ross voice. I was just like, what the hell? Like,
oh my gosh, here you go. It's too early.
It's not too early. It's 10 a.m.
It's 10 a.m.
on Saturday.
On a Saturday.
On a
Right.
Saturday.
What's the Diana Ross voice? That's what I want to know. What's that?
The Diana Ross voice. You know.
What is it? I don't know what that is.
That real soft voice she was using. See, I know her. That ain't her. That's what I'm saying. That ain't her. They know that too. That's why they laughing. That ain't her. Let it be 10 a.m. on the motherfucking all-inclusive trip. She can hold it in person. That ain't her.
Everybody would be in that regard.
The bar open at 9. What's up?
Everybody.
Meanwhile, like I said, how's everybody doing? We usually start our show each and every week about, you know, how was your week? You know what I'm saying? So Sharon, Chocolate Girl, how was your week, Chocolate Girl?
I've had a great week. It's been very busy. Had something to do every day this week, like outside of work, outside the house, just something going on every day. But it's been fun. So trying to get back in my swing of things. As you all know, as some you all may know, last year this time I was in the hospital and I was there for like 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. And it has really taken nearly this entire year to feel somewhat normal again after that stint in the hospital. And I'm finally getting there. So I'm able to go back out and just do things I want to do. So it's been one of those kind of weeks. Just, you know, everybody's getting ready for the holiday and all that and having parties and stuff and stepping shows and all that. So it's been fun. It's been a good week. How about y'all?
Okay. Tavai, how was your week?
It was good. Work has been a little slow, and I probably shouldn't say that out loud, but
Oh shit.
I know. I can't complain though, not at all. It's been productive, and I'm setting some things for myself up for 2026. So it's been a good week. Yeah.
Good.
That's good to hear. Mercedes, how was your week, Mercedes?
My week has been busy. Has been busy but productive. I like a full week though. I love a packed schedule. That's how I roll. That's how I prefer it. So my week has been good. Thank you for asking.
All right. And Elise?
My eyes don't lie. It's been a hell of a week. It's been a hell of a week. But, sometimes that happens before, the week before Christmas and stuff. So it's like, it's to be expected. I always tell my team, I say, this is the season where everyone's going through their own little thing, whether it's, you'll get the cheery people, you'll get the people who are going through seasonal depression and stuff like that. So, just trying to curtail all of that. So it's been a crazy week. We've got a lot of different things, but it's been busy. But as Sadie said, it's been productive. And I have been putting a lot of things into place. So I'm excited about that I was able to set aside for myself. So yes. So it's been a busy, crazy week, which is always good.
Okay. All right. My week on the other hand, it has been a busy, crazy week for me this week. I would have to say a little bit too much going on. That's what I'm saying. Just a little bit too much going on. As far as work is considered, work has been cool, but just a little bit too much going on. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna say about that. Now, oh shit, we do have some topics today. Brought to you by Tava, because she got these topics and she ain't tell nobody about them but God. So we are all here mysteriously wondering.
Hold them the tidbit.
We got put on. We got put on.
Yeah.
Okay. So TMA ain't splitting with their fourth member, so they ain't telling nobody but God. All right.
So yeah, that means I have no idea.
Matter of fact, I know nothing. You. No, you didn't look at your message because I did send it to you. What we were talking about? Check TikTok. Yeah.
It's in the DMs. Goes down.
Don't stay on TikTok too long because you get lost. You get lost in TikTok.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you get lost because it's hard to get out of there. You got to hit the back button 3 times. So if you just hit it once, it's going to take you to another video. So you could really get lost in TikTok and not even know you're still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I try to post and leave. That's what I try to do.
No, that's not what I do. I need to, but that's not what I do. So getting into it, we're talking about a year in review. We were invited, and I felt like this is something that I've been kind of not anxious, but excited to kind of talk about where the year has taken us in politics, pop culture, just anything that kind of stood out. I know if we go right into January, for me, it was that inauguration. It was like, the president.
This was his first year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. See? Feel like it's been 4.
Let me pour this liquor down. I thought we only had 2 years left. I ain't gonna. I really thought we only got 2 years left. I ain't worried about it.
We ain't closed out year 1 yet.
Nope.
How the hell he signed all them papers in 1 year? That's crazy. This segment of
before he got there.
This segment of
he had it planned.
He had an agenda, a whole agenda before he got there.
He had it planned.
He was ready and waiting.
Project
ready and ready.
He said, kick in the door, wave in the full. It came in kicking ass. Literally on a hunt for the people that did him wrong or tarnished tarnished his name. He came in aggressive.
Very, very.
Yeah,
Very.
vigilante of sorts.
targeting.
Yes.
Yeah.
The other
Let's-
thing that happened in January was the temporary TikTok shut down. That went dark for 18 hours in January, and then we came back to a new algorithm.
Mm.
Yeah.
This has
Yeah,
been
that
a
was
long-
different.
This has been a long year because I swore a lot of this stuff happened last year. I'm not gonna lie to you. I swore
No.
that TikTok was last year. This is crazy.
Yeah. How about it? It's been that
No,
long.
this was
and
this year.
Yeah, and some people, I was one of them. I went over to Red Note to see what they were doing in China. It really just highlighted to me that we're a third world country over here, because the things that they have, the things that they do is nothing like over here.
Wait, Vi, give me some examples. What'd you say?
Housing. They were doing tours of their apartments in their homes, so they own their apartments. So they are rehabbing it. They have people have gardens in their actual apartment. Very, very different than over here. So they actually own stuff. Their cars are better. Phones were better. Their nail designs were better. They really and their algorithm is based on positivity. So it has to be something that is going to help the community, is something positive. They don't get incentives. They're no what we call them, influence. There's no real influencers over there like that. They don't get the PR and everything like that. So their social media has to be something productive, not just mindless scrolling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I heard about that, but I didn't. It's funny. It's amazing how none of us knew this all this time. And then when I first heard it, I didn't even believe it when I first heard about it until I had some friends actually show me screenshots.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, are you serious? So it begs the question, why is it that that's what's put out over here? Just negative influence. Why are we rewarded for such negative influence over here? Because they have influencers, but they're positivity that they're influencing. But why can't we do that here? Now, of course, we do have some who do put out nothing but positivity, and that's great. But the vast majority of what I see and what comes up in my algorithm is negative. I have to fight to keep it out of my algorithm, hitting the not interested button. But does that really work? To me, it's futile. I'm still seeing the garbage. I don't want to see garbage on my timeline. So when that time when it was shut down, TikTok was shut down, I didn't really care at the time because in January, I wasn't using TikTok that much anyway. Now I use it more because I'm using it for some of my clients. But as far as just using it, no, I wasn't doing that. But there's a reason, there's an agenda, and people need to think about why. This came out of China, right? TikTok came from China. Then why is it that they have our algorithms different than their own? Why in this way? You just got to start thinking about this type of thing.
Absolutely. The only other thing I could think about that really stood out too was we had a lot of planes go down in January. We had that horrible crash in DC where 67 people. We had the crash in Philadelphia. I think that was a family or so in Northeast. So it was just it kind of started out a little hectic in January. Yeah.
Did you hear the latest that the government accepted responsibility for killing all those people? For that crash happening?
Yeah, the 67 people you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, so government accepting responsibility. So now what? What happens now? These people can't come back.
Yeah.
You know, it just breaks my heart just to think you put your child on a plane to go do a competition or whatever, and they don't come home.
Well, it kind of highlighted, and we'll see it throughout the rest of the year, that our airspace is not safe. We don't have enough air traffic controllers. And I think even recently there was a near miss in that airspace again with JetBlue and a military craft. So it's something to keep an eye on for sure. Very, very crazy. Yeah.
Does anybody think like me that this is by design though? That they intentionally got rid of all these air traffic controllers on purpose for a reason?
Yeah. I'm all in for the conspiracies.
Yeah, and I really don't think it's a conspiracy. I just think they're blatantly doing this right before our eyes, but Americans are so weary. They're not connecting the dots, is what I'm saying.
What would be the end goal, though?
Well,
What would be
because
the end goal?
when he goes completely authoritarianism, there's going to be less ability for us to fight back if we can't even have control over the airways.
You can't leave. You
can't leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't leave.
You see what I mean? They'll have more control over it. And the danger will be in the air, and we will be begging them. See, that's what authoritarian governments want the people to start begging them for things. That's when they know that they got you.
Yeah.
And people are going to start begging for safer airways. Can you please stop doing this to us? Bring the air traffic controllers back, and they're not going to do it. And it's a serious problem.
I think
they were already short before.
Yeah, but
but not to this degree.
I think that it also brings like more who are okay when they do bring it, it's more of his people or more whatever people, and because just like, and I don't, forgive me if I'm saying it wrong, it controls like the water too, because they were throwing, someone was doing bombs at, it was supposed to have all this cocaine on these little boats and stuff
Venezuela.
Like that. And they're coming over and they're like, well, we did a good thing. We saw it and then released the full video, but all you see is them dropping the bombs on there. And they're like, was that really, it looked very sketch, but they were like, well, release the video. They're demanding release the video. So it gives them more control over the airspace too. And also it's not safe for, to try to travel somewhere other ways too. You're like, oh, okay, we try to figure out this way, then we still see you because we have the skies now. So that's how I'm looking at it too. Can't leave, and
pretty much
when they get the replacement or the help that they're asking for, be their help, and they're going to have control over the skies where they're not going to have to release anything, like saying.
That's wild. That's wild.
That's what I believe.
As somebody who loves to travel, that is very concerning.
Yeah,
it is concerning, and I love to travel too.
Yeah,
that's very concerning. And one of my goals for 2026 is to see more of like Europe and Asia than I have seen.
Yeah.
So that's very concerning.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna be on the plane. I'm going.
I definitely would like to try to get to Thailand. Or I loved Paris. I loved London. So we're definitely trying to get out there. You just love what?
I just love traveling.
Yeah.
So we move into February. It was very Black culture, even though he said he was getting rid of Black History Month. We had Kendrick Lamar at the Super Bowl.
What?
Yes.
Who won that Super Bowl?
The Eagles.
What? I'll be there.
Yeah. Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Yeah.
Yes.
For real. That was an amazing halftime show. I think I cheered for Kendrick Lamar as hard as I cheered for the Eagles. I was just so proud. And there was a whole thing about him. Remember, did the president go to the Super Bowl?
Yes.
He wanted a whole section, and they were like, it was the first time they were gonna have to spend all this money on law enforcement and security because he wanted to be present at the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great Super Bowl.
We
Let 'em
had
see that.
Great,
Beyonce
very great
Cowboy
Super Bowl.
Carter tour.
That started in February?
Yeah, that's when she announced the
Oh.
tour, her 3-month tour for Cowboy Carter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did anybody go to that concert? I
No.
wasn't. Listen, I love Beyonce. I just wasn't a fan of the album. It wasn't for me. But I appreciate the cowboy look and the movement because I love my boots. But that album wasn't for me.
I actually didn't really listen to it, to be honest. Just outside of what was on TikTok or online, I didn't listen to much of it either. Mm-mm.
It was okay. I didn't go.
Mm-mm.
I haven't been to
I
a
don't think
concert at all.
You've never
What?
been to a concert?
Oh no, I've been to concerts. I'm just saying I haven't been to one this year. I'm just thinking about this year. Wasn't on my radar.
What was everybody's last concert?
T-Pain.
My last concert. That's a question.
I'm not even. I'm embarrassed to tell you, so I'm not even gonna tell you. No.
No, what is?
My last concert, I think it was the Osley Brothers. The Osley Brothers, Kim, and I got to see Frankie Beverly and Maze.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
That sounds like an awesome. I would go to that.
Yeah.
I got a concert I'm going to on Valentine's Day, so
Okay.
in Atlantic City.
You got a
it
Valentine's
makes-
Day book? You got a Valentine's Day book?
I got a
yeah. A
Yeah.
Valentine's Day boo. You got a boo.
I got a boo.
Okay.
We have been going too long.
Right. Oh my God.
We have been going. Okay. We're not gonna derail the show. That's another show.
Right.
That's the after show.
That's the after party. Yeah.
Come through, boo. Come
All
through.
right,
Yes. Come
Sorry.
through.
Back on topic. I'm sorry.
I actually just went to the Brandy and Monica concert.
Oh, how was that?
How
It was
that?
really, really good. It was really, really good. Like really good. So good that they said they're doing a residency next year.
Oh, wow.
We'll be going. Like we've already started planning the trip to go to Las Vegas to go to their residency. So yeah,
That sounds so.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I gotta make sure before I go, I see New Edition. So I gotta make sure I see New Edition. They got this tour with Tony Braxton and Boyz II Men. That's
yeah.
That's a 2 for 1 for me. I ain't too hyped about Tony Braxton, but
What Tony do?
no,
I know.
Right.
too hype. I can't name you a Tony Braxton album.
Unbreak My Heart.
Songs, but,
Can't name a song.
What?
I can name songs.
Okay.
I just don't know Tony Braxton album. That's all.
I don't remember names of albums. Like the songs are the thing. Like there's only a few albums that I say that, oh my God, from start to finish, I'll say in the last 10 years that I'm like, I love this album. There's not many of them. So
In the last 10 years? Oh.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll say that in the last no. I'll say in the last 5 years. My time perception is a little off. Maybe like last 5 years. So COVID-ish, I guess, on I can't say I listened to this album and that was like the whole one. I repeated songs. I was just talking to somebody about how the CDs that we had, for those who don't know, that's how we listened to music back
I'm sorry. For those who don't know.
What was you saying this to your niece and nephew or something?
Listen, no.
People know what CDs are, don't they?
I literally, you never know. I've been having conversations and stuff, and people are like, I saw someone pick up a phone and they did something weird, and I'm like, oh my God, how old are you? Because some people don't look the way they are, they just don't know. So, but I used to have to buy another album just because I scratched it and it was skipping because I played out the whole album. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't feel like I really like, I think I want to say the last album I really like start to finish, and I could, like I said, be wrong with time, was I don't know if it was her first album because I don't know the name of it. I'm not good with those names, but it was her.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it was the first one, but it was the one with I can't, but I think you know what I'm talking about. With all the she had like released so many singles on that one, but I know she sang before, but that's the one that I absolutely was like, oh, okay, had it on repeat.
Okay, that sounds good.
In March, not too many headlines, but we did lose Angie Stone in March. So that was like, like when you start, like this year has been a little rough. And then later on in the year, we lost D'Angelo. So
I ain't even, and I'm gonna let y'all know, I had no idea that they was together or had a child together.
That
I
was
had no idea.
so long ago.
How did you not know?
That was never one of the things on D'Angelo and Angie Stone was not one of the things on my radar at all. Like,
okay,
it was shocking.
If you were into neo soul and you knew, because that's when they met. Like, I think he was young though. She was older than him, so yeah,
that's the usual.
Yeah. Well, I was into her, but not him. I wasn't a fan really of his. I liked his voice, but I wasn't a fan. But I was deeply saddened when he passed away, and I was really, really upset when she passed away. She died in a car accident.
Mm-hmm.
And then the circumstances surrounding that car accident is kind of suspect. So I don't know what the latest is on their investigation of that, but I just remember that there was some conspiracies and whatnot surrounding that tragedy.
Yeah, she was trying to get her master's, I think, from another label or trying to work on getting her publishing right before all of that happened. Yeah.
So the story is somebody, rigged this accident to happen intentionally is what certain people are alleging, but I don't know if that has come out or not.
Record labels are shady.
Everybody's shady now. Everybody. It's just every industry is you can just find shade everywhere now. It's just crazy.
Terrible.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look for April again. Some of the stuff is like, oh, that's what it is. Sinners. Sinners came out in April. It took over the movies, music. Did everybody see it? Thoughts?
No.
You haven't seen it?
I loved it.
I had no interest in seeing it. Just none.
I have not seen it yet.
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah. So why? I want to know why. Why?
I don't know, because it just seemed kind of dark to me. And after Trump got in office, I really just don't have the mental capacity to deal with that type of stuff right now. I can only take so much, and I just was not in the space that I would be entertained by it, even though Michael B. Jordan is in it, and I think he's one of the finest people on the planet. It still is not enough to make me want to see it. And I mean, I've heard all about it. It's great. It's this, that, and the third, but I just don't have any interest in seeing it. I'm sorry. Maybe later, maybe a few years from now, but not right now.
Okay.
It's on my to watch list. I just didn't get around to it. And me and my husband kept saying we're gonna watch it. And then it was like a thing where I was like waiting for him. And then it's just there. I just haven't touched it. Maybe on a snow day.
It snowed the other day. It was on a snow day.
I don't know if that's a snow day movie.
Ain't no snow day.
Ain't no snow day movie.
Last Sunday.
Ain't no snow down here.
Listen,
I don't feel like it's
listen, Dennis, I'm not putting my personal business on what I was doing on snow day, so don't worry about it. I will get to it. I I have a question though. Is it one of those movies where I'm gonna hate white people?
I don't think you're gonna
After,
hate them. I think it kind of just highlights the things that you already know, if that makes sense.
See,
So it's not.
because
I
I
don't.
also have
Yes.
to watch those movies. I have to watch those movies. For me, for my spirit. I have to watch those movies. Cause then I go to work and it's not good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you kind of like me when I was younger. I couldn't watch Players Club and go to the strip club afterwards. I feel so bad. Yeah.
Oh Lord. That's not the same, Dennis.
Just get into your feelings. That's all. It's your feelings. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna say this, Sadie. It's not like watching Roots and then you're like, oh, I'm pissed at them like that. No, it's a lot of you're gonna have to pay attention to the undertoning message that is being put out there. Yeah, and as Will, who's commenting, it's a lot of people. You will be torn. So I mean, we will talk. We can talk about this later. You'll be torn between like a lot of people are like, "Oh, I can see all of it," because I wasn't even planning to go. He brought me. He was like, "We're going." I was like, "I don't do scary movies. I don't do any of that. You know, whatever demonic, whatever stuff." But he was like, "No, just watch it." And you can see the messages that he was trying to bring out, Ryan Coogler was bringing out and everything like that. But if you are not aware or you are like, your brain is open to that, you might just see one thing and like, oh, no. Like, I would not tell my parents to watch it, like ever. They don't ever need to watch it. Like, no. But if you
Why don't they need to watch it?
They don't that's not it's not like really entertaining. And if you're not a person who is into, you know, the whole what's the word by the, I don't know the genre, what it's called, but if you're not into that kind of thing, then it's not going to be enjoyable, or you're not really going to see it. Like I said, there's a lot of different messages that are in there, but you know, a lot of Christians did not like it at all. Some people walked out in the middle of it. So
I can see why they walked out, because the
yeah.
Well, you
it
know,
it was a lot.
hey,
Like,
y'all not gonna watch it anyway. Let me just say it. One of the reasons why they walked out was because, you know, the church was trying to portray any other music as devil music, and that's how he portrayed the story. That is devil music.
I didn't get that memo, but
that's what I got, because his dad didn't want.
I didn't get that
dad
memo.
didn't want to
That's
play.
not why people. That's not why people were saying that. They were like, "Oh no, that was too much. It was too much." But some people, you got to kind of really be guarded, I feel like, or girded up to watch that sometimes, because some people feel like they opening themselves up to stuff. But you know, that wasn't a concern of mine or anything like that. But it was just, it was a lot. Do I need to watch it again? No, I didn't go back to watch it again.
I have a question. Since you all have seen it, or those who have seen it, is there a way that he could have brought about these same messages without using that type of story about, you know, with horror or vampire spirits and all that? Is there a way that he could have told the same messages and creatively displayed them without doing it in this way? Is my question.
Probably so, but
I think we've already had movies that's done that, and they didn't have or resonate in a way that Sinners did, because it wasn't just a Black movie. Because a lot of times when we have those stories and we have that narrative, it's just popular to us. It is a Black experience. And with this, it kind of transcended, because it wasn't just black and white. They highlighted the Native Americans. They showed you, you know, the Asian culture, all of this being tied to Mississippi and what was going on there. So I feel like this kind of expanded, so it's not just a us movie, it's a everybody movie. So I think that's the difference with it, this the storyline.
But couldn't he have done it without using all the darkness in
It's
it?
to me, it's not as dark as people are portraying it. It's no different to me than if you watched Interview with the Vampire. Like, it's not heavy. I didn't walk out feeling like I needed to, pray or something was on me. I didn't feel that way. I actually could see it in a different perspective where it was like, oh man, it was like the epiphany that as to why you need God. But everybody's going to take, I think that's the synopsis, everybody's going to take whatever it is they are from the movie. But I feel like the message was just more broad for other people.
It do make you think
it's definitely
about,
a split thing.
it do make you think
feel
about
like
things another way though.
It makes you think, and you can see if you were like literally after I think I was at a breakfast or something with a bunch of people, and the table was split. I was pretty much like, ugh. But I was saying, certain people who are like Christians who I know, like, you ain't gonna see it. That's not what your first thought is. Like, this is vampires and this is demon. I'm no, that's not for me. So it's not. But like I said, there are messages and there are really good messages in there. And to answer your question, Sharon, could he have done that in a different way? I'm sure, but to Devi's point, yes, we have done that, and it was like, oh, okay, yeah, this is a black movie, I'm just going whatever. But it's kind of like, and this is a very crazy comparison, but I have to do it with this comparison. So basically, Chronicles of Narnia, that was told, there's a whole undertone, a Christian undertone of that whole thing, and you can see it or not, but also it wasn't blatant that, okay, Aslan was God and all that stuff like that. So it had that message in there, but it was that. But that was like children will watch this. Everyone will watch this. I think what Ryan Coogler did, because we are black, and he's like, what do people like no matter what? Horror, this. How can I grab their attention, but also they can still see the message I'm trying to bring? I can do it this way versus just a certain audience. This isn't no Marvel movie where I already know Marvel fans is going to show up. This is my movie that I have to show. That's not just a black movie. It is a altogether horror. So I think that he was like, I'm going to have this idea to reach it a different way and go this way. So that's to answer your question. Could he? Yeah. But would he have reached all the audience that he did? Probably not.
Really?
I know.
You don't think
I
so?
know.
I don't.
You think he had to do it that way to reach the broader audience?
He had to.
Yeah,
I'm not saying he had to. He could have done it, and then it got, in a different way. But because it was people, no matter what race, whatever, everyone loves a good horror movie. Not me, but everyone loves a good horror movie or scary movie. It was appealing to other people outside of the normal, just, okay, I'm going to go support a black movie, or I'm going to support Black Panther. But it was, Black Panther is still Marvel. So that's fans who have read comic books are going to show up regardless. But this is his universe that he's created himself. So he's like, I feel like this is the best way to do it, to get across. And it kind of worked. I don't know if he would have did it in a different way where it would have gotten as much
Notoriety.
Yeah. Notoriety. That word. So yeah.
See the medicine.
But there's always a different way. We know that. There's always a different way. There's always another way. And maybe, down the road, he might do something else with some different context or whatever. But maybe I just feel like that's how he thought, because this is like going to be a whole universe and a whole series. And this is like, now that this one's out, he's kind of like, okay, now I can take it and run with it wherever I want to go. And that's my opinion.
I think it's just, to me, it's like each his own. I wouldn't even categorize it as horror, to be completely honest with you. I don't think it's any more different than what we've seen in regular TV shows. But again, like, everybody in their taste, like, you don't think The Walking Dead, okay? Just it's zombies. eating
Yeah, I didn't
people.
watch that either. I didn't watch Walking Dead either.
Like,
Mhm.
it's not no more graphic than that to me, my perspective. So
Yeah, it's a little more. It's definitely R-rated for a reason, but I
yeah.
wouldn't say horror either. I would say more thriller, because if it was, he already knew. I said they got one time, and I'm walking out because I do not like scary movies at all. But I was like,
You
oh,
was gonna walk out the movie theater?
I do not like scary movies. I don't like them. So I was
Me
like,
either.
I was promised that this was not no real horror film. Like when I think about horror, I think about Exorcist and all that
I
stuff.
don't do stuff like that.
Yeah,
I don't even
I
think they get
don't.
that deep no more.
Yeah, I don't. I don't play with like stuff like that. So,
I don't either.
yeah, there was a couple like thing, and I was like, but I said, oh, all right, yeah, curtail that a little bit, bruh. But other than that, I don't do scary. I don't do all that stuff because, no ma'am, no sir.
And see, for me, it's seeing movies like The Exorcist and The Omen and a few others that got me to where I am, where I don't want to watch a horror movie anymore.
Oh no,
because I'm from a generation that grew up on that, and I watched it, and it's like no. So anything dealing with like God and the devil and the Bible type of references and all that, I don't fool with it. I just don't. It's just like, oh, that's what it's about. Okay, next. I'm just immediately just remove it from my landscape.
Oh yeah, I'm the same. I don't get into all of that. You'll never catch me watching The Conjuring or however you say it.
Oh no,
all of those things.
The Ring.
Oh, I don't get down like that. I don't get in.
But see, I didn't even go see Get Out.
I've never seen it.
I'm never gonna.
I've never seen it either.
I don't want to see it. Hell to the no. I saw one scene with him crying and his eyes real big, and that was enough for me. Done. I do not watch it.
I think Get Out. I think Get Out and Sinners is on the same level of horror.
Well, that's what I was told. That's another reason why I haven't watched Sinners. I'm not going to see it.
Yeah. No. Get Out. Get Out. On the other hand, well, nobody really died in Get Out for real.
I don't care if they die or not. I'm not going to see that.
I'm not a scary movie person either.
And wasn't there was another movie prior to Get Out. There was a movie.
It's called Us.
Okay. What was Us about? Did that include a scene in a boat or something?
Oh, I don't know about that.
I ain't never watched that either.
Okay, well, there was this movie where there was a scene in the boat, and I believe Sandra Bullock was in it.
Oh, you talking about the bird thing? Yeah,
bird something. Yeah. I ain't see that either.
Bird Box.
That's it. Bird Box.
Yeah, that's on. That was exclusively on Netflix, and I didn't watch that either.
Yeah,
not watching it.
No, that was dumb. That wasn't scary. That was when you watch it, you're gonna be mad that you wasted that kind of time to see something so stupid, because that is what the end conclusion I got. Yeah.
That it was stupid. Yeah, I was told that too. I was told it was stupid, not necessarily horrid, but stupid.
Yeah.
So I didn't see that either.
That one I would definitely.
But no, I haven't seen Us. I didn't see Us either.
Sorry. Yeah, I saw Get Out. I did not. After I was like, oh, okay, Jordan Peele, this is what we doing, because I knew after that, but I like Get Out it wasn't scary to me. It was a thriller, but yeah. After that, I knew that he was just going to keep taking it a step further every time.
Yes, he is.
So I was like, I'm good. Us, I did not see. Don't need to see. I don't need to see whatever that movie Keke Palmer in with the whatever. I forgot what that was called.
Them, I think.
Yeah, after that first, you kind of gotta make it bigger every time that you have that hype. So once you do that, you gotta keep just going up and taking it a step further. I'm good, but I did see Get Out, and I thought Get Out was well done and very, very it was well done. Did I watch it twice? No, I didn't need to watch it twice. One time was good enough for me. I remember.
I feel like as a director or producer, I'm not sure what his title is. He just, once they made the comparison to him and Alfred Hitchcock, I was like, oh, this is a complete different genre. It's not something like that I would enjoy. It's not my thing. So that's when it kind of like split for me. Like, oh, Jordan Peele isn't somebody that's going to appeal to my taste. And that's how I left it with that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm cool. If we move into May, one of the things that stood out in May, it was 40 years since the MOVE bombing in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
In May. Like,
Oh, you talking about when they bombed them Africans down southwest?
Osage.
In the neighborhood. Yeah.
Yeah, I like how you put that together. Then they blamed all that on Mayor Good. Yeah, that was
Yep.
good.
Mm.
We did a visual for in commemoration of that down here in North Carolina.
oh wow.
That I went to.
Yeah, get
Because
out.
it was that profound to my generation when it happened. We just couldn't believe it. It just, yeah. And I could see it was a whole bunch of people around my age there, holding candles, saying prayers. There was a film, like a documentary played that documented what happened, who was killed, and all of that, who was ever held accountable and who was not.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's one of those monumental things from my life that I won't forget. It was just awful.
Yeah.
Made me want to go to Philly just to be there with people.
May when I had hurt my knee, I was out for a week. I was in the hospital for a week in May.
Yeah, you were.
Right.
And I didn't know till you got out. I was so worried about you. Well, I did find out. I found out while you were in there. And I was worried. I was worried to death. I'm so glad you're out.
And then 2 weeks later, I went to the Bahamas.
I know.
What?
Like nothing happened.
What a recovery.
Yeah, it was like the bounce back from that.
Rest recovery. Gotta go get it. Rest recovery.
Lord.
I was on a cruise ship to the Bahamas.
Yeah. There is a really good documentary. I don't know if it's on HBO Max or Netflix that does go into more detail about the MOVE bombing. So I've seen one before.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
I was a freshman. I was a freshman in college when it happened. And very militant.
I was in my mother's stomach.
I don't know where I was. I don't got timelines.
That's right. Hey, right. That's right. At least we was in our mother's stomach. You know what I mean? Wiggling around, eating seafood and shit like that. You know what I'm talking about?
Not seafood.
Oh my God. If I know was not eating seafood. But yeah, I was in there. Ready. I'm ready. It's up to be summer. Ready. So yeah.
In June, one of the things that stood out was the washed out Roots picnic.
That's the one that D'Angelo couldn't make it because he was having health issues, and then come to find out he died months later.
Well, it's not only that, it was how they held the people who were going. It was raining, and the people never got into the venue at some point.
It's been an issue at these Roots picnics a lot. Like, I really want to go because I'm around the corner from the shit, but at the same time, it was like, I don't think I'm all right.
I had a wonderful experience when I went. I did not go last year. I went the year before last. And I wanted to go last year. I'm grateful that I did not buy tickets because didn't it rain like both days?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was like nasty out there. But when I went the year before last, I had a wonderful experience. And everybody that I wanted to see everybody that was performing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was so excited to see like on all the stages, like even the gospel, like I was excited to see Ty Tribbett. I was excited to see Rick Ross. I was excited to see Robert Glasper. Like the lineup was fire last year. I'm sorry, the year that I went. I don't remember the line. I think that's another reason why I didn't buy the tickets. I wasn't 100% sold on the lineup.
I don't
But-
even remember the lineup. I want to say Music Soul Child was supposed to do like a 20-year like anniversary of his first album.
I definitely need to see
it was
Music Soul
headlining
Child.
on D'Angelo.
Okay.
D'Angelo was the headliner, but he got sick.
Then somebody else dropped out, I feel like, too.
No, that
Like
was
a-
when, that's coming up in her July story. That's coming up then. Was the
Okay.
drop.
Well, you tell me because I'm not sure what's going on in July.
In July, that's when we had the trash situation.
Oh yeah.
Right. And LL Cool J said that he wasn't going to do the
4th of July.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
4th of July tour. My fault. 4th of July, he wasn't going to do it. So Jasmine Sullivan also said that she wasn't going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about the trash. That alone was crazy.
That's because you ain't here. You ain't had to smell it. That's why you forgot about it.
Well, wait, was it bad for you? Was it bad for you, Dennis?
Oh my God. Coming home from work, child, it smelled like ass everywhere. Like, I was like, this is terrible. Just a bunch of ass just smelling everywhere.
I know people were taking stuff to like dumpsters at like grocery stores and like buildings, like putting their trash in the dumpsters, and they were locking their dumpsters. There's a dumpster at the corner store. People was just taking their stuff to the corner store, like, because the cats was everywhere. Then you ain't want no mice downtown. You ain't want no rats.
No, they still,
You didn't even want
they
to.
still picked up the trash downtown because that's
Yeah.
that's different than the Philadelphia city of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
That's a
They were
Was
private-
trying,
it?
they were
I
trying to
saw
get people
videos-
to bring trash to City Hall.
Well, some people did bring stuff.
Yeah.
That was
Some
terrible.
people did bring stuff.
People were throwing away things they don't normally throw away any other time. All these mattresses, y'all all of a sudden,
All of a sudden, I can't stand this mattress.
like, this is the time that you needed to get rid of it when it can't get picked up.
Well, I'm not going to take up for him, but I can understand the mattress situation because there's always mattresses outside. But now, when we're doing this trash, they just get highlighted. Sofas, mattress, TVs, all this stuff, now it's just super highlighted. But at the time, you just like, you just throwing some trash out. Now, me, on the other hand, I've been taking out trash since I was 7 years old. So when we missed the first week, I'm like, I missed a week of trash before. Now, did I tell the woman I was with that we missed a week of trash? Hell no, because I ain't need her to talk about it. So I just missed a week of trash and doubled it up on the next week. That's all. 2 weeks of trash? I don't know about all that. That's a little bit too much. That's when the maggots start taking over. Now you got a whole bunch of flies.
In the summer.
No. And it smell like ass. No.
Mm-mm.
But I
Somebody
was
stole my trash can.
Are
Somebody
we
stole my
still,
trash can.
are we still on June or we in
Like
July
that.
now?
We're in July. I had the trash thing was local.
Oh, well, we forgot in June, Coco Gauff won her first French Open. That was big news for me because it was June. It's my birthday month, but I was happy for her. So the big deal was she came back from all the scrutiny that she went through before with her mental health issues and stuff, and then she won. So that was a big deal for June.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah.
Doesn't she have New Balance? Doesn't she have a brand deal with New Balance?
I believe it is New Balance. Couldn't remember. I just know it's not Nike. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else that stands out? June, July, August?
Oh, June was my birthday, so that's always every year. That's the biggest thing.
That was a big thing. That's a big thing. You used to celebrate from the 23rd to the 23rd.
No. From June 1st to July 20th.
Oh, Lord.
50 days.
50 days of chocolate. That's right. 50
That's
days.
right. 50 days because July 20th is my
30 days. I thought it was 30 days of chocolate.
50 days because July 20th is my son's birthday, so I stop on his birthday so he can have his shine.
Oh,
that's it. I'm gonna bring that back in 2026.
I'm gonna take a shot. Take a shot for that. Take a shot for that. We're gonna take a
shot.
Coffee in here, but
I'm well past coffee this week.
We're on
I wanted
August.
to drink coffee, but Yo,
You said I'm sorry. So you said anything stand out for July and August, or just
You could
July?
do July or August. Your birthday.
Well,
yeah, what y'all
yeah.
doing? Y'all went on a trip? Yeah, let's talk about it.
No,
Out
I
there in
was.
the Dominican Republic.
Oh my god. Milestone birthdays happened this year, which is for all of us, Dennis.
I'm not mad to be 40. I got more grades than you. What you talking about?
First, listen, that's why
I'm
I need
starting
extra
cover for
tone
real.
today. I had to lay these babies down. You put so much.
So what you turned 40, you turned 40, right? 40?
Yes, Anastasia turned 42 this year. So
Yeah.
turned
Happy
the
birthday, y'all. Welcome to the 40s, y'all.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
It feels good to be
Yeah,
here.
my grades. I've
Did y'all
I
feel
like
different when you turned 40? Did you feel different? Like, did your perspective change? Did your patience change? Because when I turned 40, my patience got thinner.
I think for me, it was like realizing that that's not old. When you're young, though, 40 seems really, really old. But being
Right.
40, it was like nothing has changed. Like I like nothing. I'm not even gonna say stuff like because I want that to happen, but nothing has changed. So I don't know. It just felt like, oh, 40 is not old. It's not old. Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I thought.
Things have changed.
Yeah, I'm a.
Like
Things
what?
have changed for me. Things
Give me
have
an
changed for
example.
me. I give you the example. I have to stretch every morning. I can't just hop out of bed and keep going. I have to literally stretch, like touch my toes, arm circles.
I've been
I have to do all that. I gotta wake up the body, right? My sleeping. I'm in the bed earlier. I used to be a night owl. 10 o'clock. I'm like, what are we doing?
No, my sleeping has changed since the time change. I'm in bed ASAP.
Recovery. I can't drink like I used to.
Recovery.
I got something for you for that.
Yeah.
They got recovery patches.
They have the recovery little packets too thingy that actually you drink it before you start drinking, and then
I heard about those.
No, they got a whole patch.
I gave you some.
Back when people had the birth control patch, they got a patch.
Yeah, the ones I gave you say the blowfish. So try to let me know. But yeah, I think that
Looking like it's over there to the side or something. Look at her.
No, because it is. It is.
might be.
My kitchen's right here, so all that stuff is around like my coffee pot.
Okay.
Yeah, it feels like okay, yeah, just another thing. But it also, I'll say this. This is probably, of course, self doing this. I guess I put more pressure on myself because I've turned 40 and I'm like, all right, chick, what you doing? Like this is now like you need to start making moves that you said you were going to do and just doing stuff. So I might have put a little bit more pressure on myself when I turned 40, like, all right, you finished playing. If you were, I mean, not that I was, but some stuff, you drag your feet on a little bit because you think you have time to do all this stuff, but you're like, you really, really, really don't. So for me, I think I put a whole lot more pressure on myself, but I also, in some good wisdom words that Tavai had gave me, I started trying to like peel out those things and romanticize things to make it a little bit easier on myself. Like I enjoy doing this and this is what it looks like in my whole fantasy kind of world, but romanticizing it. So that did help. But that pressure I put on myself, it's easing up. It's easing up, it's easing up, but it's going to take a while because you can't help, and especially times right now, reflecting on yourself. We're reflecting on this year. But every month that Vi's going through, I'm like, dang, what was I doing in that month? So you're doing that reflection thing. So it's a lot. It's a lot. What I was going to say, and I don't know if you were going to mention this, Vi, because I actually did watch the documentary, and I learned so many things. It was the 30th, 20th something year of Hurricane Katrina in August. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, how many
Yeah.
years? It was 20 years and not 20 or
20
20
years.
years.
It was
20
20
years.
years. 20
20
years.
years.
2005
I
it
said,
happened.
2005. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I said, and I actually watched the documentary on Netflix, and I said, I
Wow.
didn't. Yeah, that joint. Oh
Things
my
happened.
God,
Things came out in that documentary. I had no idea happened
no
down
idea,
there.
I gotta put that on my list.
no idea.
You gotta watch it. You
There's
gotta
a
watch
couple different ones
Wait
too.
to a 100-degree day, 100-degree weather day to watch it. That's what I'm gonna watch.
it. Yeah, I've seen a couple others to buy on it, but to me, the Netflix one is the best I've seen. It's the best out of all of them because it's several episodes and they break it down in chunks, right, Elise? They break it
Yeah, they
down
break it down
in
in
chunks and they dig deeper and they show it like uncut. It's just
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like
It's just yeah.
and they bring it full circle back because I was like, yeah, we all know that Kanye said, and I forgot until I saw it, like, he hates black people, and I was just like,
but
not
now
that
I understand why he said it.
I understand why he
And
said
see,
it.
I beat him up for saying it at first, even though I always thought Bush wasn't racist. Yeah, I did think that, but I didn't like how he dealt with it. But now I see why he said the way he said it and when he said it.
Yeah.
Because I had no idea that they were doing some of the things that they were doing. And it was 05, it was 20 years ago. So social media was kind of just really not even really taking hold.
Like
so
Facebook.
it's a lot we don't know about.
Yeah.
It was
that was
Can
my
you imagine
takeaway.
Katrina if there was TikTok then? Oh my God.
I mean, that was my takeaway because they did have a lot of people come on TikTok and share their personal stories about Hurricane Katrina. You had a lot of people coming on, and there was a lot of other violence happening outside of the hurricane. Like there was a guy who got killed. There was all of the looting. A lot of racial things took place. They didn't want people to come from New Orleans to other areas. It was a lot.
It was a lot, and I'm glad you mentioned the racial things. I we know it was that, but the fact, first of all, that man flew over and just watched all that pissed me off. He did that, but also the way they portrayed for the looting part, it was more of like, oh, everybody's like, oh, something happens, they just looting. They were trying to survive because we're not, listen, I'm telling y'all I'm going into this store because we're in this dome or we're in whatever and we don't have anything. They have not given us anything.
Nothing.
So I need
and they hadn't moved at least they took no action for days and then were mad with people looting. And I'm like, what did you expect these people to do? Babies, no formula. The women who were nursing couldn't produce milk because they weren't eating anything. It was bad. And then people look down their nose at people like, oh, well, you're just those black people looting. They always do that and blah, blah, blah. And then the police talking about, I see one of them, I'm going to kill him. And that's it.
And
I'm
but
like,
there
are
was
you
white people who looted too.
Yeah.
They didn't show that.
But they never showed the white people looting.
They showed them in a documentary. They were like, oh, we just needed some supplies.
They showed it in a documentary. Yep.
And literally person doing that, and it was so like, wow. But they also, the media, which I don't know who that colonel was, that little fireman, little Colonel
Honore. He was no nonsense. He took over and kicked ass and took names. And I loved it.
There was a lot. You had the hospital who they won't say what they exactly did, but yeah, you had that happen. So yeah, it was a lot.
It was a concerted effort to villainize all those people who look like us. And that was mainly it, because it was mostly their areas that were drowning. I remember them saying on the news that New Orleans is drowning. That happened. And it scared me to death. And I never knew about the levees breaking and about the possibility of the intent.
And
the documentary brings that out.
And
I never believed that it was, I never thought it would be intentional at all. Well, now I see why people say it was intentional.
Yeah.
Not necessarily we gonna do this and blah blah blah, but they didn't take actions before that they knew if they had this much rain, this is what would happen.
But they said it wasn't even the rain or the hurricane. They was like that came and went. So it was days after that.
It was after
the storm that the levees broke. So it was like that's what actually adds to it being more intentional. Just a quick sidebar. Now, you know, Washington State and all of them are experiencing the same thing right now. Right. And someone is saying that there also levees may have been broken up in Washington. So it's,
I didn't hear that. Okay.
Yeah. So they're experiencing that too. And when were the fires in California, the Palisades? We had some really wild weather in this year.
Yeah.
Very
they
wild.
lasted longer, right? They lasted like a lot longer than normal. What I'm not saying it's normal, but like when they had those wildfires, I feel like this one lasted a very long.
Well, the one in the Palisades was that was arson. I think they found out that was arson. That wasn't just. And then the issue with that was between that and the ice raids trying to actually get the water to them. It didn't move as fast. So it was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah, those fires were devastating. I still think about those people. I think Netflix has a documentary about those fires too. I think it's Netflix. I can't remember which platform it is that talks about the Palisades fire, I believe, and particularly one particular city that was mainly Black people with decades of land and property ownership, and all wiped out in a fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing new underneath the sun.
Nothing.
Oh, man.
Okay, now listen, because y'all wanted to just skip around it. How was the Dominican Republic trip? Is what I was asking. Because y'all good for skipping stuff. Y'all thought I was gonna forget. Y'all good for that.
No.
Anybody watching this? There's no Sweet Love is good for skipping by your question. They real good at that. I just want to let y'all know that. All right. Savannah gonna drink something and act like she ain't hear the shit, and the rest of them going by. That's how it is.
Stop it.
I got something to drink too. Don't even worry about it.
No. I literally, I'm not gonna blame this on turning 40, but this was like because I actually have been getting into more watching documentaries and stuff. I'm like, I needed to get that out because I knew it was coming up, and I didn't realize how close it was to my birthday. So yeah, Dennis, thank you very much. Don't be doing that. Don't do us like that. Don't do us like that. Sorry. So everything went well. Again, to Sadie's point, there was like some nights where I'm like, it's bedtime. It's bedtime. I'm tired. But when you had a year of a year, it was like I enjoyed relaxing and doing things more than anything. I really, really, really needed that break. I really, really need that break, but it was a good time. I brought in 40 really, really, really good. So have fun. Why you look so confused?
I'm looking at something else. Don't worry about that.
Oh, but you wanted us to swing back to the question, and you looking at something else, sir.
Yeah, I can hear. People that can't see can still hear you.
All
right?
right.
Oh, Lord.
Cool when they do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, we skipped over something that happened in the spring, but the NFL season started wasn't it August or was it September, Dennis? Wasn't it August? September. Yeah. The NFL season started in September, and it's been a very interesting NFL season because of the controversy of what happened in the draft back in the spring. If anybody remembers, first and second round quality draftee Shedeur Sanders fell all the way to the fifth round to the godforsaken Cleveland Browns. And I was so pissed with that whole draft. I was so angry. I was angry the week leading up to the draft, but I knew what happened was going to happen. I didn't know it was going to be that far down to the 5th round, but I knew when they started lying on him about his interviews and stuff that that's what was about to happen.
Mhm.
And didn't he got a phony call
Yup.
from someone?
Yeah, the
Call
fake call.
from the guys, the coach, one of the coaches, assistant coaches down
Son?
in Atlanta.
Yeah, his son did a prank phone call.
Made a fake call talking about we drafting you, and it was all fake. And then he got a slap on the wrist later.
Yeah,
Well, he didn't look like us, so maybe that's why he got a slap on the wrist.
of course.
Do you think, Sharon? Do you think they're trying to make him pay for being not that's not how I want to put it. Do you think they're trying to come after Dion through him?
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind. It started when he was at Colorado. Anything that he did right was glossed over, and then any mistakes he made was amplified, triple and quadruple time, just because of who he is. And through it all, he still became the most accurate NFL passer in the history of college football, despite, and you know, they always want to talk about accuracy and average when they're trying to discount black athletes, right? Like they do with Kobe Bryant. The knock on him is he's not as efficient. They never bring up efficiency until you're talking about Kobe Bryant. I'm 59 years old. I've been watching basketball and football since I was 10. I had never heard that until people wanted to start deflating Jordan and Kobe in basketball. And they did the same thing to him. And so that second year, he became the most accurate passer in the history. So then they had to change their argument against him to something else. They had to find something else. Oh, well, you know, it was just the Big 12, whatever that conference is. It was just them. There's no big deal. He's not that good, but he actually was. And anytime you get a white man like Mel Kiper in your corner telling you that he's great, but then he goes 5th round and Mel Kiper goes ballistic, you onto something. He went ballistic. Now I was already mad, but when he went in on that and blasted it himself, I was like, I know I'm right now. I know I'm right. And so now that we're in September, when it started, of course, they made him 4th string behind an old ass Joe Flacco who can't win until the postseason. Anyway, he's not a starter. He can come in and help you out, but he's not a starter. He's like Lil' Kim. What's his name? Dennis? Nick Foles. He's like Nick Foles. He cannot be your number one and start a whole season and get you anywhere. But they made him the starting quarterback. Then they went to this short ass Dylan Gabriel who can't even see over the offensive line. They made him second. Then they went to Kenny Pickett, who I know well can't play football because he was drafted by the Steelers, and I believed in his ass, and he just showed us that he's not worth a damn. But they made him 3rd and made Shedeur 4th.
Yeah.
And so I said, y'all just proving my whole point. Y'all proving it by your actions. But what did Shedeur do? He stayed cool as a fan through all of this.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember hearing Dion talk about, like, you know, just the pep talks that he has with his sons. And just telling them, you know, everybody's watching you, keep a level head, keep God first. I'm just rooting for him. I brought my sister a jersey. We went to the Phillies game when they played Cleveland. Unfortunately, that's when Kenny Pickett was playing. Shedeur didn't even touch the field. But we just
Right.
went and supported Shador. There was so many people who just had on jerseys who
Mhm.
weren't even Cleveland fans. You just want to show the
Yeah.
Support.
media, show the
Let me
NFL, like
tell
we
you.
support.
Let me tell you,
And
I support and I love him, but I hate the Browns. I just can't buy one of his Browns jerseys. I might get a Colorado one, but you will never see nothing Browns on this body. I'm sorry. As much as I love him, I can't do it. I just cannot do that.
well, my sister, believe it or not, is a Dallas Cowboys fan, and I
Mhm.
told her she couldn't wear her Dallas jersey to a Phillies game because
Absolutely not.
just she and I went, and I wasn't
get
taking
it.
on the whole stadium.
I get it.
So she
I
she
get
could wear
it.
the Browns. They let her live in the
get it.
Browns,
Right.
not
get
the
it.
Dallas.
I get it.
So,
I totally get it. Yeah, I'm a Steelers fan. Ain't no way in hell I'm putting anything Browns on me. But yeah, I support him and I want him to do well. And I know he can. And I know he was better from day one than any of those other quarterbacks on the team.
Mhm. I
Browns
have
suck.
to pop off. I put something in the chat for you guys. It was great being on. I have unfortunately a hard stop, but I love you guys. Next year
Love you too.
we'll pop on more often if y'all want us. Dennis, I don't know where you are.
It's once a quarter. It's once a quarter starting 2026. So every 3 months, just put it on your calendar. Yeah,
Okay.
March. You be back in March, damn it. We
Okay.
ain't playing.
All right.
We ain't playing. You coming back in March. Damn.
Not a problem.
Or maybe
Not a
we'll just
problem.
start in January. We'll just do January, March, July, and whatever else, the last quarter.
Just
Sounds
Dennis,
good.
just send the dates. Send the dates.
Send the dates.
Mhm.
We got you. We got
Mhm.
you.
Love y'all. Talk to you later.
All right.
All right.
Ooh,
What else is in there?
I don't
What
see.
month- So we're in September. What else happened in September?
Hold up. I had a birthday in August. Hold up, dog. I had a birthday. In
Oh,
August.
that's well. Talk,
Oh,
man. Talk.
I turned 40 in August. I mean, August 12th. There's only one holiday in August. If anybody want to know that.
Boy.
There's only one holiday in August.
First of all, actually, besides my birthday, there are. I think August is the only month that does not have a holiday.
I know that. There's only one holiday in August.
No.
Sadie, how long have you known her, Sadie's?
Huh?
How long have you known her, Sadie's?
High school.
Right. Have you ever heard her say her birthday was a holiday?
Yes.
No.
Yeah. We celebrate all of August. Well, we used to.
Yeah. Okay. Don't do me like that.
All
sir.
August.
Right. This August was made for Leos to make it a holiday because there are no federal holidays in August, and I think that's the only month that does not have a actual holiday in it in the month in the
August
year.
12th is the holiday.
Anyway,
I think you're right. I think you're right about that. Doesn't
Yeah.
have
It ain't
Federal
nothing to think
no
about.
federal holidays in August.
it's Women's Equality Day on August 26th, though. But that's not federal.
That's
Not
yeah.
federal.
And they're coming up with a lot of different. Oh, this day. We try to celebrate them at work, but they've gotten out of control over the years. But yeah,
It's
there's
a lot.
of different
It's a lot.
days and
It's
months.
something every day if you really want to find it.
Yeah, I didn't I took my Dominican Republic trip in September though.
Oh, you went to DR in September?
Yeah.
And
What do
talk
you think
about
of
it,
DR?
Dennis. Who was it?
What do I think of the DR?
He loves it.
I love the DR, yeah.
He loves it.
Now the section I was in, it was in a private villa over there in a very expensive area. So my experience and y'all experience is a little different, Y'all were probably at an all-inclusive.
Yeah.
We had a private chef and two what do they call house workers? 2 house workers, I guess they call it.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I want to do. When I was trying to plan for Bali, I went to because a lot of people don't talk about the hotels in Bali. They talk about the villas because you can, man, whatever you spit, there's probably a mini mansion in Bali that is that plus. Like, so I next year definitely doing it, but it's I want to do that. I've heard people who've done that in Jamaica, which I've never. Well, yeah, I have experienced that in Jamaica, but yeah, I love a good all inclusive. I really, really do. But
Yeah, especially
I
if you're
feel
around your people. Like,
yeah,
I think we had to pay for the food, and we brought our own
you
liquor.
gotta pay for the food.
And you got to pay for the food, and you buy your own liquor, and that's about it. The food, and it's like almost like $150 a person. So ain't that bad to be out there.
That ain't that bad at all.
No, it's
Right.
not. It's not. But
It was, like I said, it's a really good trip. I'll do it again. I do Dominican Republic once a year for the rest of my life. To be honest with you.
Okay.
where did you know it? I already know what you did, so never mind.
No,
But
I didn't do nothing crazy. I didn't do nothing crazy. I know what a crazy is, but I didn't do nothing crazy.
yeah.
I found out what a
What
crazy is.
What is that? Sasua? Am I saying it right? Sasua?
No, I wasn't
That-
in that spot.
Okay.
You know, I'm gonna say this because I didn't say it before. I feel like they're a little behind, and I think it's the part because when I talk to people, they're like, "Oh, you were in this part or whatever." I think they're a little behind when it comes to certain things that I wasn't expecting because it's a hot tourist spot. So I feel like I'm like, y'all so daggone. It was some things were so chaotic. It was like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on? So some stuff I'm like, all right, y'all a little behind in the times, which is super surprising because of the hot tourist area, but yeah. And yeah, I don't think it was
I told myself though this is what I told myself.
what
I said when I retire, I'm gonna move to the Dominican Republic and work 3 days a week at the airport because don't nobody speak English in that motherfucker. So I'm gonna work at the airport 3 days a week, take everybody money.
listen, I already got my retirement spot. It ain't DR. I said I'm gonna retire in Santorini because baby still
I need all my money to come from the United States though. But it's the DR I'm retire at. Did y'all notice that there was a lot of people getting off the plane just had golf carts? I had all this golf stuff. They ain't had no clothes, no nothing else. This motherfucker golf. Right, like I was like, where the fuck is they golfing at? And I seen the field and I was like, oh, okay.
First of all, that small, hot airport.
Child.
You saw that small
airport. I got off at the Tart. That's unusual for me. I was like, hold up. This
I didn't.
Oh
yeah, you came down and then got on the bus.
Yeah,
and then
okay. I didn't. I actually had a terminal when I and did like a regular going back because we took Delta there and then we flew back. I want to say Frontier. We flew back. So I was like, where are we going? I'm like, oh my god, we gotta go on this bus. And then it wasn't stairs. They had like a little.
Yeah, you got to walk
ramp.
Yeah.
And Ramaya was in a wheelchair, so they had to push him up that ramp. Bless their heart. So yeah, it was a whole thing. But yeah,
that's crazy.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed your birthday, Dennis.
Yes.
Yeah. Glad you
I always enjoy my birthday.
I know that's right.
With or without company.
With or without what?
Company.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So like if I got you on like I said before, if I got you on a trip with me and you start acting up, I will drop you like a bad habit. You ain't fucking up my vacation.
Yeah.
Say it 2 times.
Yeah. That part. Okay. I think she had put some in here, but I don't think they're attached to a month because I don't remember. I remember some of these things. I just don't remember what months they were attached to.
September. We're in September now.
September. I think the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame wasn't that September? Or was that October? It was either. I think it was October
for Outkast. I think you're right.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. Yeah.
Did anybody see it? Did anybody watch it?
I didn't. I didn't, not on purpose, but I didn't.
Well,
I didn't catch
I didn't
it.
watch it live, but I did watch, clips of it later. They were introduced. Outkast was introduced by Glover. What's his first name?
Danny Glover. I mean,
Danny?
Donald Glover.
Donald.
Oh,
Glover.
Donald.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And his speech was interesting. I'll say that. It was long, but it was interesting. And to see Andre and what's his name on stage together. Yeah, Big Boy on stage together was good. And I don't know. It was. I understand why people put them in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but I've just never been a big Outkast person.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I like them. I don't dislike them, but I wasn't like hyped. Oh, they got to get in type of person. You know what I mean? So maybe y'all can help me with that because I was like, okay, Outkast, all right. That's just how I was.
Yeah, they're very. So I'm in Atlanta, so that was like a
right.
Yeah, like that was a big thing, that they made it in there. So it was a big, really big thing. I'm happy that they're in there. I have enjoyed Outkast for as long as it's been out. They had their own very unique style. That's what I liked about them. They didn't follow by, oh, I'm a rapper and I have to be this, so I have to do whatever. They had their own. I won't want to call it yin yang, but they had their own harmony, even how they did things. So I just appreciated their style and differentness. To me, I'm like, oh, they don't sound like a normal Atlanta rappers or whatever. They have their own, dare I say, stank to them.
Yeah.
Really, it just gets you in the kind of like, okay, I don't feel like I'm like, ugh, feeling traumatized. And I love and their videos are some of the best videos.
Too.
Huh?
They dress a little weird too.
Yeah, they're very reminiscent of like the 70s funk, which is why I like them. Because growing up, on my mom listening to like Bootsy Collins and Parliament and the Funkadelics, they give that, and even in the style and the dress with Andre 3000. So like, I still love that album. Speaker Box and A Love Below.
Oh, yeah.
I love that album.
I do love that album. I do love that
album. Is amazing. And I even when Andre, when they went separate, what was it?
Big Boy.
Yeah. So absolutely love it. That's a big one. Who else was inducted? I feel like was Missy? Did I make that up?
Was it this year?
Am I making that up, y'all?
No,
am I making that up?
I think Mitzi went last year.
She was last year.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
I can't remember who else it was this year. I don't remember.
It seemed like so far long ago.
I don't remember. I really don't remember. But yeah, I'm a big Andre 3000 person. I love him, the person. I love him. And I think he's one of the top lyricists of all time as far as his flow is concerned. I can listen to him rap about anything. I just like his voice.
It's conversational, right?
Yeah.
He's like it's like a conversation over a beat.
Right. It's like I'm listening to my cousin talk to me.
Yeah.
Because he sounds like him, as a matter of fact. And it's like I can understand every word he says, and that impresses me. When I can understand every word, no matter how fast you rapping, you in there with me, which is what I love. But anyway, what's your favorite Outkast song? I get different answers every time I ask this question.
Hollywood Divorce.
Nobody told me that one.
Hollywood Divorce.
Oh, Rosa Parks.
Small town marriage. Lovely wife and life. Baby carriage. Yeah, stuff like that.
Okay, you gonna cut that for karaoke then?
No, I ain't cutting it. No.
Yeah, we need to cut that. What about y'all? What's your favorite Outkast song?
I'm gonna go with Rosa Parks
Oh,
because when it starts from the beginning, it's fire. It reminds me of college too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That was like a party walk song if you were Greek.
Mm.
So that song like was like hype. That song was hype. And then I liked uh um Andre 3000 on a Love Below. She lives in my life. That was
Yes.
my
I forgot the name of
shit.
that
She
song. Yeah.
lives in my life. That was my shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
That
yeah.
was my shit. I still rock that. I still rock that.
Mhm.
I got to
I'm
download
gonna have
that right now. I forgot all about that one, Sadie.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's my joint.
I'm
That's
gonna
been
have
my
to.
thing recently. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say, so fresh and so clean. It's just something when that song comes on. It's like that is a getting ready, or like
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
kind of get you. I'm not saying it's gonna get you hype or whatever, but it's like if you want a boost, like
Yeah.
and it's just so smooth. I
It is smooth.
do that. I do that,
I
and
think that's my favorite.
that's your favorite. So fresh or clean.
Yeah, because it makes you feel like no matter when you leave the house, you really are fresh and clean.
Yeah.
And it helps you push you in that movie, be like you looking yourself in the mirror and you got that song playing. It's like, oh, you can't tell me shit right now. I'm about to go out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that for sure. And I do like the way you move. It was this one part I was so excited, like,
Way you
yeah,
move.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then he looked like, get to it, dude. I was like, okay, so yeah, like
Yeah.
their whole things is so good. But yeah, thanks for bringing that other song up, Sadie, because like,
Yeah.
I might have to go and play a little something, something. I know it's
Yeah.
around, but I might have to like chill out and just
Mhm.
relax. I don't want to say vibe. I learned what that was, but just chill out and listen to some good old Outcast. Now, I did have a question because I was looking to see if Missy was not Missy, but who else was inducted, and I'm like, how they choose who gets inducted when? Because I'm like, how the heck is just now Chevy Chase is there? Like this year, and I'm like, how do they decide who gets? And then the White Stripes, I think they were, but how do they decide who gets it when or gets inducted when? I'm confused, especially
Good
when
question.
they stopped doing music for so long.
I don't know.
Mhm.
That's on them.
No clue.
But if I
Was
was
Missy last year? I think Missy was last year.
I didn't know I didn't say she was last year. I just did 2025, but I
Oh,
know she was recent. Like it had to be last year, like you said. But I was just
who else was this year? Who else was it this year?
it was the Chevy Chase. No, Bad Company. Chevy Checker. Sorry, not Chase.
Chevy Chucker. Yeah, I knew. I knew that's what you meant. I knew.
Cindy Laufner.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's who it was.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm a Cindy Lauper fan. I'm a huge
yeah.
Cindy fan. I really am.
Yeah.
That's who it was. Okay.
Yeah. I'm like,
Who else? Who else was it?
Joe Cocker. Cocker.
He was all right. I liked him.
Garden, the White Stripes.
Mhm.
Oh, I love the White Stripes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I don't know.
Y'all know who Joe Cocker? Do y'all know who Joe Cocker is?
no.
Sounds familiar, but no, I can't place the song.
Joe Cocker sung a duet. Did y'all ever see the movie An Officer and a Gentleman?
No.
You never saw Academy Award winner Lou Gossett Jr. in An Officer and a Gentleman. You've never seen that movie.
Look at me when I say this. No.
Well, you need to see it. Yeah, you need to see it.
You'll be so shocked when I tell you no on things. No.
Yeah, I'm shocked whenever you tell me no. Yes. Well, you need to see that movie. One of the best performances of any role I've seen in ever. Seriously, he deserved that every bit of that Oscar for that role. But anyway, the theme song from the movie is "Up Where You Belong," and it was Joe Cocker and this other woman whose name escaped me. and he has a
Lord,
very
take us up
raspy.
where we belong.
That's it.
That
That's
song?
it. That song.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's Joe and her singing that song.
Hmm.
And
that's a classic.
yeah, and he's got some other ones. Like he has a version of "You Are So Beautiful." If you ever hear "You Are So Beautiful," and the man is singing, but it almost sounds like he can't sing, but it's real raspy. That's Joe Cocker.
That's cool.
So he goes way back. A white guy. He goes way back. And yeah.
Okay.
So he passed away years ago. So he's
okay. That's I'm like
posthumously inducted. Yeah.
So salt and pepper were a part of the induction too.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I did not watch them. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Luckily for them, they brought Spinderella back in and they apologized and they made up. But that whole thing with Spinderella just got me completely out with them. I didn't even want to watch them.
What was the name of that song I was just singing?
What song?
Or Joe Cocker?
Love
Up Where You Belong.
Oh, yeah, I'll be singing the whole line, thinking it's the title. Yeah, whatever the title of the song is, but yeah.
Joe Cocker.
Jennifer, is it Jennifer Warren? This is Joe Cocker and somebody, I don't know, but if you've never seen that movie, you need to watch that movie. If you like love stories, it's a good movie. It's a tragedy in it, but it's a great. Richard Gere is the.
I did see it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, when did that come out?
Oh,
like early 90s,
80s, I think.
Yeah,
I don't.
Okay.
It's old, but Lou Gossett Jr. got the Oscar for that role.
Oh, okay.
As the sergeant.
Oh, okay.
He was something else too. Some good one-liners in that movie.
Is this like a tissue box romance? I'm gonna need my whole tissue box, paper towel, everything.
I don't think so. It didn't make me cry. I'm typically emotional, but it didn't make me cry.
Okay.
But it does make you stand up at the end and cheer a second at the end because she gets her man. But yeah. But there's a skank in it. You know, it wouldn't be a good romantic film if a skank wasn't in it. And when I say she's a skank, she's the definition. That character's face need to be in the dictionary next to the word. I mean, once you see the movie, you see what she does in the movie, you be like, oh, okay, this is what Sharon was talking about right here.
Okay. Gotcha. That makes sense.
Yeah. She nasty. She's a nasty hoe. That's what she is. But the one that gets the guy, she's not really. Okay, y'all went to college. So, you know, when you were in college, there was always a girl that you hung out with that you would look at and be like, I ain't doing what she doing. We friends, but I'm not like that. You know what I mean? And they're a little bit looser than you or whatever, a little bit freer. I'll say that. She's a little freer than you are, but you're not going to be like that. And that's kind of how the ladies were. They were really good friends, but she ain't doing that. The type of thing. That's how it was.
The promiscuous one. Got it.
Yeah, a little promiscuous girl.
Promiscuous girl. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that song was in my mind too. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that I don't even remember.
Oh, Diddy.
Yeah.
Did
I don't know what month
Did he
that was.
do it? Did he do it? Take that. Yeah.
Hey, I went to the liquor store yesterday and it was full of Ciroc. So I guess
Also no one's
I don't
buying
know. I don't think he still has all his interest in it or something. I don't know, but it's flying off the shelves. People still buying it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say so people stop buying.
Good. Ain't got nothing to do with Diddy.
Hey, songs still sound good too, but people,
you know me, I still listen to R. Kelly.
Well, I do too, but certain people don't. But
he did his time.
I hate what either one of them did, but the damn Ciroc is good. It's just delicious. It really is. I didn't buy any. I bought other stuff, but I don't know what else to say about that.
I'm out here dancing to Diddy music.
So my question, because I think this falls in what, December, November. Did y'all watch the 50 Cent documentary?
No.
No. Are you going to?
I don't know. I don't feel the urge. Like, there's been other documentaries that was whatever, but I was like, everything I see is like petty, 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 petty. And I'm like, do I really want to take myself down this road? Like you said before, that we already know he did all the things. And I'm like, I barely survived watching the daggone R. Kelly documentary. I don't know if I want to watch this. And not that I have like think that they're gonna be as much footage and story. Like, I don't know. That's a whole wild situation. But I have no idea. But I was wondering, did anyone watch it or anyone planning to watch the 50 Cent documentary?
I have no.
Yeah.
Why not, Mercedes? Why not?
I just, you know what? I just have to be careful what I take in, if I'm being 100% honest.
Yeah.
And there's enough going on in real life than to take on somebody else's trauma. And I just can't. I don't have the space for anybody else's trauma, and that's not to downplay anything that happens. I knew from watching Making the Band that something was wrong. Yeah. I knew from artists that I loved. I knew I'm a big Total fan, and you couldn't get Total music. Total wasn't on tour. Like, I know how he is as a businessman. You could just see that from artists that you loved.
Yeah.
And it didn't make sense to me when things were happening in real time. The back and forth between Cassie and Kim Porter, and how's Cassie still in the background, but you keep getting Kim pregnant. Like, it was just chaos.
It was
and I always thought he had something to do with Biggie, but those are just my personal things. But so I know I can understand, I can understand, and I can just only imagine without seeing footage. But I can't afford to take on anybody else's trauma. Ain't no room.
100%. Like, that is a real statement. Because, like I said, like, watching, I was trying to be, okay, is this something that I can watch, especially right now, or do I need to watch it? Because, like I said, I did watch the R. Kelly one years ago, and I was like, and then, you're right about taking stuff in. I don't know if it was, I think it was last year. Last year, I watched another documentary, the Nickelodeon one. My head clean.
I knew I couldn't do that.
Okay, yeah. I would say,
did it break your heart? It broke my heart.
My God.
I remember watching those shows with my son.
Listen, I was so like, you some things, like Sadie said, like something whatever, but you're like, I want to be. This was like a confirmation of certain things, but the Drake, that was a complete, like, I didn't know, because I didn't pay attention to that either. It was so crazy, and that was very traumatic, and just taking that on, it was a lot. It was like, dang, that's crazy. You know how certain industries are, like we said, all industries are all kind of messed up now, but dang, that was crazy. So watching that, you're right, that would be a whole lot. Like I said, I barely survived the R. Kelly one, because it took me I usually take a long time to watch something after it's already been publicized like that, and I'm like, okay, let me see what it's about. So then I'm like, I'm good.
Did you watch R. Kelly part 1 and 2? Did you watch both of them?
I did watch part. If I'm thinking correctly, did they come out like? It didn't come out right after each other. It came out with a space in between it, right?
Some space in between. So the surviving, it was the surviving R. Kelly ones is what I'm talking about.
Ooh, I don't think I watched when they were just doing that. I watched like when I knew that the girls who were still in it got out, or a couple of them, like their parents, the ones that the parents were like, kept going up there doing a wellness check or trying to get the police to come and get them.
Mhm.
I know that part, but that was the last part. I don't think I watched the second part of.
Yeah, I watched them both, and it was hard, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like when it comes to Diddy, because I didn't grow up anywhere up in the northeastern part of the country, I didn't, and I don't follow celebrities like that. I'm gonna be honest. I don't care what they do to be famous. I just don't. But I've always loved Bad Boy and loved P. Diddy. I've always loved him since the day he came on the scene. Biggie, I liked him okay, but I wasn't a huge Biggie fan. Just Biggie, like everything about him and greatest rapper alive and all that. I didn't, you know, I was there when rap started. So for me, Biggie was not the greatest of all time, not for me. And so I loved P. Diddy. I loved his story or what we were told of it and all of that. And so when Mercedes was talking about Kim and Cassie and all that, I didn't know about any of that. Completely did not. Full disclosure. Didn't know about any of it. The rumors that I would hear is just from people who usually people who were Tupac fans that I would hear this from. So that caused me to think, oh, you just West Coast over East Coast. So I'm not really paying you attention. So that's the reason why I never really, yeah, I see that. Never really bought into it, blah, blah, blah. And so when all these allegations really seriously started about 2 years ago, like stuff really started really coming out. And I kept saying, well, how do we know that this is true? I had somebody actually unfriend me on Facebook because I asked the question. Well, we weren't friends anyway. I didn't know her from Can of Paint. We were just Facebook friends, but she unfriended me. And I've made a joke out of it ever since because I'm like, because I asked the question, because I'm not caught up on celebrities like you, I'm asking, how do we know? And you get mad enough that you're going to unfriend me in a social media group. It's like, it's so stupid to me. But anyway, so I didn't believe any of it until videos and actual court cases and all that stuff started. That's just me. I'm late to the party. I didn't hear about all that other stuff. I'm from Ohio to North Carolina. I was Ohio, Michigan, and North Carolina. I lived in Maryland, went back to Ohio and back to North Carolina. I wasn't caught up in any of that, didn't know any of it. So now that I see some of the things that have been proven and some have not, I just think he's an incredible jerk that did some bad things. But his music is his music, and I still love his music. I was somewhere last night. They played some of his music last night, and it was no issue for me. But that's just because that's all he is to me. Now, for the victims, I'll donate to a nonprofit in their name. I'll do whatever you want me to do to support them because they are true victims. But I'm still gonna play the music. I still like the music, but that's just me. I don't know.
I think people may have gotten when the whole R. Kelly thing was going on, and that was a big decider of like, separate the man from the music, then people kind of decided then, or not everyone obviously, but decided then whether I'm still going to play his albums. Chocolate Factory still going to be number one in my heart and go from there. So when it comes,
got that in my car right now. That CD you were talking about, how people don't know what the CD is. It's sitting in my car right now.
Listen, so people kind of, I hate to say that they kind of, R. Kelly kind of like, well, once they had that kind of thing, they're like, okay, even though this happened, we already been through this sort of before with R. Kelly. I think people just been waiting for Diddy get busted, to be perfectly honest, because of what's going on. But
that's what I'm hearing from people who knew the stories. That's what they all tell me. We just been waiting. Where you been, Sharon? Where you been? I don't know. I've been listening to the radio. That's what I've been doing. Yeah. I don't know about all this other stuff. I don't.
Yeah. So I mean, that kind of condition.
But let me ask you ladies this question. Speaking of separating the music from the person, y'all are aware that way, way back before I was even born, there were famous people who did some awful things behind closed doors, and nobody made a difference in their music. It never made a difference. They still got record deals. They still got on TV. They still starred in movies. Nothing ever happened. So when did this whole concept of having to say I'm separating? Do you think that all started with social media?
I think social media helps it. I think it started with the Me Too movement, a lot of calling accountability in a lot of the entertainment industry. You know, I just feel like that is also being hushed now with this current administration because we got a lot of people in political office who are involved with these Epstein files. So I think, you know, getting into my little conspiracy because I'm getting a little bit off topic, but I feel like a lot of the craziness that's going on now is also like hushing that.
Yeah.
Right. So we got to a place where we were like, call it out. If you see it, social media helps. You can also track, right? There's recordings, videos, all that stuff that people post of being in parties and stuff that you can never get that before. It had to be an eyewitness account.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So on the topic of Diddy, when all that stuff came out and you looking at these dungeon parties, and I'm seeing freaking Leonardo DiCaprio, wrapped up in a bed sheet, surrounded by all these men, and I'm like, what the heck? Somebody took pictures and videos. Cameras, technology.
Yeah.
You caught now.
Yeah.
You know, think about it. We used to have so much fun. There is so much stuff that I said, if I ever become famous, that may come out. Because you used to have so much fun, you didn't have to worry about nobody recording you or catching you. If you ain't seen me with your own eyes,
right?
You couldn't prove it.
If you didn't see it, it didn't happen.
Listen,
it didn't happen.
Yeah,
it didn't
happen.
Ask the question. I'm like, how did they make a Freaknik documentary if they're like that was like what the early 90s, I think.
Early 90s.
They had the camcorders.
Right.
They had the big ones.
VHS.
Yes, the big ones.
With the 6 hour video.
But you know, all the dope men had them. See, they the only ones that could afford them, so they had all the cameras. So yeah.
Listen,
I know. I went with one, so I know he was down at Freaknik. Yeah, I found out.
Listen, a lot of people are and all the people, adults are like, because I know people down here who were like, I was there. I was definitely there. I might not be in this video.
Yeah, because remember the question kept going around social media. Are you in the Freaknik video?
Yep.
Are you? Yep. I'm like, hell no, I wasn't in no Freaknik video. Not my ass. No.
Yeah. No. And just to swing back around, I think too, I think people are Lord, they're more inept to kind of like separate too, because they are being held accountable for it. I think if people were just still allowing it, I think for me, it took a little bit. Mine actually started with Chris Brown. And I think it's also your connection to the situation. If you have your own kind of experience with a situation, it's going to be a little bit harder for you to separate that, experience with the person or whatever. So mine started which I don't think that was no one recorded what happened with him and Rihanna years ago, but the mugshots of the pictures that surfaced and all that stuff. So
she was on Oprah.
Yeah. But I just saw
it on Oprah.
Yeah, I thought, Oprah, that was probably the big thing, but I saw her face and I was just like, oh my God. And for him, it was just mostly like, let me step away and then come back and whatever, but people still kind of just, whatever. So I think it's depending on the situation too, where they're like, okay, that's why I said, I think it's been a little bit more conditioned that people are like, oh, well, we can do that now because we've had to really, really do that for a while. And then maybe I say going as far back as, which is going to sound terrible, as OJ. when that happened because everyone's cheering, but people are like, he did it right. But they're like, okay, he he was acquitted, and look at Cochran defending him or whatever. But they're like, he did it right. But we still kind of like rally behind that, even though there's no videos or anything like that with it. But it was like, I think it may have started, dare I say, there. So I don't know. That might be a stretch, but just thinking about back then, we were in the classroom, I remember, and we were listening to the verdict on a radio in the classroom, like, oh, and I was like, I forgot. I was like, okay, we were happy. Yeah, okay, got it. But I didn't even really understand the magnitude of who OJ was, really. I was like, it's a black man and white woman in this. So, yeah.
Wow. Those are good points, though. I don't think that's a stretch. I think that's relevant to what we're talking about. I think I could agree with some of that too. I could agree with that. But I go way back, I'm older than y'all, so I can go back to Michael Jackson even with those accusations that I never believed. I just did not, but okay. And then I can go back further with James Brown even. And what's his name? I forgot the man's name. But Tammy Terrell. And the whole reason why she even started having her health issues is because her boyfriend beat her, and he was huh?
Oh, I'm trying to think of his name.
Oh gosh, Jimmy Kendricks. His last name was Kendricks. I forgot his first
Jimi
name.
Hendrix?
No, not Jimi Hendrix. The rock and roll person. The guy that was in the Temptations. Oh
yeah,
God.
because I was gonna say David Ruffin, but
no, you're right. It is David Ruffin, and I always get them confused. It's two people I get confused, and that's it. It was David Ruffin. David Ruffin. It was known that he beat her several times, but it didn't affect his career. It did not. And then eventually, she had the problems with her head and everything that ended up killing her, the tumors and stuff. But I don't know. I just find it hard. It's hard for me to not separate because it's happened my whole life. You find these things out about these. My perspective is always famous people are famous for what they do, not for who they are. I purposely don't get into their personal life because I don't want to know. I don't want to know what assholes they are behind the curtain because then I won't like them anymore. You see what I mean? So I choose not to find out about that. So I didn't follow, I didn't get the National Enquirer magazine when that was so popular. I didn't read the one about the stars, a little magazine that used to come out. I didn't read that stuff. I don't listen to the gossip stuff. I just don't, because I like R. Kelly because of his music. I like James Brown because of his music. That's why I like David Ruffin, because the man could sing his ass off. But what they do behind the scenes, that's their problem and their business to handle. And I feel sorry for their victims. I do care. But I'm not in their life like that. I don't know. Maybe that's just my feeling. I don't know. But that's how I look at it. That's who they are to me. They're entertainments. They're entertainers, I should say. And that's just how I look at it. It's just like, okay, Dwayne Wade. I love Dwayne Wade as a basketball player. Love him. But did he cheat on his first wife? Did he cheat on Gabrielle? He had a whole baby outside their relationship. So yeah. But if I were to use that against him, I just think about all these years of good basketball play and the great parts of his career I would have missed if I had held that against even enjoying him as an athlete. You know what I mean? That's just how I look at it.
I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? It's just, do I like that he cheated on Gabrielle and had this whole baby? No, I don't like that shit. It's wrong. And I'll tell him it's wrong. But when I was, watching the Miami Heat and he was playing, I was all team Dwayne. I don't know. Does that make me a bad person? I don't know, but that's just how I am. I can say that.
I think there's a line though. I think there's a fine line, like,
Definitely.
having an affair, that's between you and your wife.
Right.
And I think that's different. I think when you get into pedophilia and
murder. And murder.
and murder and murder, I think there's a difference there. And I think the overall thought is that the only way, like, people support by taking away from the support, right?
Mhm.
So I'm not gonna buy your album. I'm not gonna give you money. You're not gonna get my dollars. I'm gonna try to hit you where I can hurt you because I'm not the victim and the support of the victim. So I think that's why people have like, no, don't play it. Because I remember, I remember when all that stuff with R. Kelly was going on, and a DJ saying, "All right, I ain't gonna play R. Kelly because I don't want y'all to boo me now." You know what I mean? When that stuff was fresh. So I do see that.
Believe it or not, that still happens sometimes.
Yeah.
It's wow. It's and radio stations pulled all his. You don't hear that on radio. I still listen to radio. You never hear R. Kelly anymore. Never hear him. None. Not even on songs that he collaborated where he's just doing a hook. You do not hear it anymore.
Yeah. I think with R. Kelly, I think there were Dame Dash had like a big play on that with him being with Aaliyah, him confirming, that relationship with Aaliyah was not healthy, and that how Dame was even upset with Jay-Z over their Jay-Z and R. Kelly's collab for the album, which was a bomb album. That album
that was a hot collaboration. That was one of the best collaborations ever.
Yeah.
It really was.
And how Dane was like, I wasn't putting any money to it. Like I wasn't involved with it. None of that. That was Jay-Z all on his own, because I knew what he did to Aaliyah. And I just felt like that was just something that cemented like the music industry even being like, dang, you got somebody who's like one of the pioneers for a major record label who was like, no, I can't rock with him. And I think that same thing has like happened with Diddy. You have artists who people have loved, favored, who are coming out and it was like, he did this to me, or he took my masters and I couldn't do it. And now people are like, oh, so I think also who's vouching and the witnesses that are coming forth adds weight to it.
I agree with you 100%. I think if I was a person that was in that life, I would be like, dang, I couldn't support it. And I would not do it. You see what I'm saying? But I'm a consumer. It is different.
Yeah.
But I agree. Right. And I agree 100% with what you're saying. I can't stand Dame Dash. But the last thing I'm gonna say is he is such a liar about a lot of things.
Oh my God.
But when I'm listening to him talk about what happened with Aaliyah and R. Kelly, I can tell he's being 100% honest with that.
He was on something.
He loved that girl. Like,
he
was on something recently, and he was talking about her like she was in the back room. Right. Like he was talking about her like he is still in love with her.
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't know what he was on.
He might be, but the other stuff that I know he's lying about, like I know I'm out here and I know he's lying about. You know what I mean? But that's another. But the last thing what I was gonna say is I think the one thing that we have to learn what our priorities are. That's one thing. And stick with it. You just gotta stand on whatever your priorities are. And do the best you can. And you can't worry about what other people think. You can seek advice, but you got to be who you are.
Yeah.
That's why I always ask y'all, tell me, what do you think? I always say, what do you think? This is how I feel, but what do you think about it? Because I don't think the way I think might change. It may not stay the same forever. It's like I
Yeah.
think about things now differently than I did when I was in my 20s. And I'm sure y'all probably do too.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's because
Most
when
definitely.
the way you think goes along with your experience too. Because when 20 years ago, I might not have had the experience that I have now, and I'm like, it makes me think of a different perspective of things, hearing other people's opinions, and going from there. So, like I said, to your point with all these people, again, still feel it's like situational too, because some things I'm like, I hate someone's whole career to go down just because of this. Like, it's even Bill Cosby, but also the whole thing, which I'm still, because that's my baby, that's my boy. I have literally the whole slap Will Smith did with Chris Rock.
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock. It's like that people still hate him for that, and they're like, I'm not ever like, he's canceled and all this stuff, and I'm just like, I understand more of a humanistic side of things too, of like that. But again, it is situational, to Sadie's point, depending on how far something goes in my head. But like and sometimes it's people are sheerly don't understand that they're just disappointed. That's why they say don't meet your heroes. To your point, that wall you put up between
I put the wall up.
I don't want to meet my hero at all, because they might disappoint you. They just might.
That's right. That's me.
I want to live in my little.
Let me have my bubble. Let me have my image. Let me have it. Yeah. But the what you call it, the Diddy documentary by 50 Cent, I'm not watching it because I can't stand 50 Cent. I cannot stand him as a person. Period. I just don't like him. I don't like his music. I only like 2 songs he ever put out. 2.
Oh, I love Get Rich or Die Trying. That was such a good album. That was an album that I could pay from start to finish and not skip.
2 songs. Hear me. 2.
Love Get Rich or Die Trying.
In the club. And 21 questions. Beyond that, I don't want to hear him. But anyway, where is Dennis? Are you still here so he can end the show? Where is he at?
I'm right here. I'm here. We can end the show.
Okay. Well, you can come in and say your goodbyes and let's wrap up the show. So we wrap up.
Dennis, what time Eagles play?
5 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah. Even I know that. I know that.
I thought 4, but 5 is even better. I need to make my way to Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Sorry to hear that.
Don't say sorry to hear that. I'm going to go see family. I watch football with my grandmother. My grandmother loves Jalen Hurts, so
I do too.
That's my son. Yes,
I do too. Hug and kiss your grandma for me. I love me some Jalen Hurts. I love that dude.
They better leave that brand alone.
He should be a Steelers quarterback. But anyway,
we're gonna keep him.
What I would like to tell y'all is, make sure y'all have a good day today. Try to stay positive, because it's getting hard out there with the weather.
Yeah.
And the pressure on some people to get what they gotta get for these Christmas gifts. It's getting hard out there. So y'all be safe. And anybody else got any last words?
No, what you said was good. Be safe, everybody. Love all of y'all.
Yeah.
God bless. Great day, baby.
New boo. DT to be continued on Dennis's new boo.
Yeah.
We got real sharp. Yeah, he loves
you. See,